community, and it might have appeared that you are of little value to us. As a nation, we are deeply sorry, and we affirm to you that you are worth much more to us than those moments and years may have suggested. It was why we never lost hope in your return. It was why the Unity Fountain, despite all the harassment suffered, became a home away from home for members of the Bring Back Our Girls movement who marched the streets of Abuja, Maiduguri, Lagos, and elsewhere demanding your return. We never lost hope. It was why Nigerians, Christians and Muslims alike, prayed earnestly for your rescue and safe return. We never lost hope. It was why those gallant soldiers defied the odds. Some of them put their lives on the line in combat, some paying the ultimate sacrifice, fighting for your return. We never lost hope. Today you have become the symbol of hope that the remaining Chibok girls will be returned alive. You have become the forerunners of the return of every other captive Nigerian, male or female, and I'm confident that each of your futures will be as bright as the promises of God. I also remember the dearly departed parents who died waiting, hoping against hope. May their souls rest in perfect peace. And to every parent and family still waiting, may our shared good wishes for your children be fulfilled. The Dapchi reenactment. From the recent events at Government Girls Science Technical College, Dapchi, it's obvious that the dark chapter that was opened 4 years ago today is still open. While I rejoice with the students who are returned and their families, even as I remember and extend my heartfelt condolences to the families of the girls who lost their lives, permit me to use this occasion to demand that Leah Sharif, who is still being held by terrorists, be brought back home alive and unhurt. Not just because her parents and the Nigerian people of all creeds cannot wait to see her back, but also because of what she now represents for the Nigerian nation. Leah Sharif has become the symbol of the validity of the Nigerian Constitution, Section 38 of which guarantees religious freedom. Therefore, a safe return is synonymous with the constitutional stability and sanctity of the Nigerian state. The Nigerian government must do all that is necessary to bring her back and bring her back alive. Our hearts go out to parents and our prayers go out to her wherever she is at the moment, and we affirm in the spirit of hope that very soon we will see her safely return to us. A national malady. The fact that the Dapchi episode happened 4 years after the Chibok incident and 1 year to elections, just as it was in the Chibok case, is evidence of an alarming national malady. There is something wrong when a nation is twice beaten, yet never shy with respect to the safety and security of its girl child. There is something undeniably wrong when the girl child repeatedly becomes the bargaining instrument in negotiation deals between the government and terrorists. There is something absolutely wrong when the girl child becomes a pawn in a political chess game in which the major political parties seek to score political points. One of the key indicators of stability or the lack thereof in a nation is the state of a girl child, because she's often the most vulnerable in a destabilized or dysfunctional polity. The problematic issues encountered by the girl child in any society are symptoms of an underlying malady which must be diagnosed. In essence, the brazen assaults on the girl child in the Nigerian state is a clear indication that our nation is sick. It is therefore with intent to uncover the nature of this malady that I will begin by examining the issues affecting the girl child in Nigeria, establishing the causes of such a dire state, and then concluding with implementable solutions that encapsulate a renewal of our commitment to undoing the damage done and laying a foundation for a just and good society. Issues affecting the girl child in Nigeria, north or south. I've listed about 9. Number 1, the expectation of violence. Domestic violence has become a frequent feature in news reports, and every now and then we hear or read such outrageous stories as the commercial motorcyclist in Nasarawa who beat his wife to stupor, allegedly because he accused him of snoring. The man who beat his pregnant wife to death in Abuja, or the man convicted of stabbing his wife to death for allegedly infecting him with HIV. Statistics indicate that at least 25% of married women aged 15 to 49 report having experienced emotional, physical, or sexual violence from their spouse. This would suggest that daughters in many homes in Nigeria may have been programmed to anticipate a violent marital experience going by the experiences of their mothers. Number 2, victims of violence. From observing and being conditioned by violence against an adult woman, the girl child has become herself a victim of heartbreaking cases of violence, particularly in the form of sexual assault by adult males. Findings from a 2014 survey indicate that 1 in 4 girls surveyed reported experiencing sexual violence. This is rather conservative, considering the fact that much of such abuse is not reported. In 2016, the Nigerian Stability and Reconciliation Program reported 65 cases of sexual violence across the country in just 3 months, and the perpetrators included a family member, friend, or community member, as well as strangers. From the rape of a 6-month-old baby by a man in Kano State, to the gang rape of a 1-year-old baby by 3 men in Katsina State, the reports are extremely disturbing. Female genital mutilation, I don't need to overflog that because you all know that this is visited upon our daughters with a stupid thought that I will restrain their sexuality, and thereby destroying them in the process with reproductive tract infection and urinary tract infection. Then come girl child trafficking and slavery, terrorism, facilitated violence, and abductions, girl child marriage. UNICEF reports that out of 100 Nigerian girls, 17 get married before the age of 15, while 44 become brides before the age of 18, with this occurrence prevalent in the Northwest. Furthermore, Nigeria is home to the largest number of child brides in Africa, with 23 million girls and women who are married in childhood. In 2013, the outcry against child marriage reached a crescendo when a then 49-year-old Nigerian senator married a 13-year-old after reportedly divorcing a 15-year-old. Whether one considers the fact that the education of the girl child is stalled by early marriage, or that she's readily divorced and left exposed, not to talk of the health implications, child marriage has grave consequences for the girl child. Number 7, unequal access to education. It has become widely known that Nigeria has the highest number of out-of-school children in the world. As troubling as this is, even more disturbing is the continued gender-based inequality in access to education. According to UNICEF, in the North particularly, the gender gap remains particularly wide, and the proportion of girls to boys in school ranges from 1 girl to 2 boys to 1 to 3 in some states. Unequal access to economic empowerment and unequal share of aspiration are some of the challenges that the girl child faces today. One day as a little boy, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili spoke about Lishabi Grammar School. I would start from All Saints Primary School. It was time for the festival at the All Saints Primary School Church, and we were asked to go and collect palm fronds. And I went to